Hello friends, I figured I'd put a little intro into this video. This is the part 2 of which F1 drivers and golfers best correspond with each other video. If you want to watch part 1, I'll have it linked at the top of the description box below. So make sure to check that out if you enjoy this video and let me know in the comments if you would like to see more. Let's get into the video now. Andrea. Kimi is most, I guess, attributed to someone like Akshay Bhatia. Again, I'm going to keep saying that everyone's young 15 million times, but both Kimi and Akshay are very new to the sport, coming on in the literally, I think, the past year or the year before. Well, yeah, Akshay came on mainly in the past year, and both of them are going through very stressful, I guess you could say stressful times, because both of them have a lot of pressure on them. Kimi just won his first race. Akshay just won his first ever PGA Tour event. So both big things happening. They both genuinely have the potential to be the greats of their sport. So I love that for them. Lando and Tommy, I feel like, are both guys that do wear their hearts on their sleeves. They are easygoing in that way, but I feel like they prioritize more on recovering from mistakes rather than letting them get to you. And that's not to say that self-criticism is not good. A level of self-criticism is fine, but I feel like with their kind of deal, at least for Lando primarily, Lando kind of, whenever he made a mistake in the past when he was much younger, he would I feel like really have that take a toll on him as a person and bring himself down. Whereas to recover from those mistakes, sometimes you just have to let those things go. And I feel like Lando has gotten a lot better than that, but also Tommy is very strong in that aspect mentally. So,
low-key, what are we gonna do with this fucking cornball, yo?
Sergio, Checo, Perez, I chose Sergio Garcia. Primarily because, yes, they have both had, high highs and low lows in their career, but they're also both, really emotional, which, can influence their performance and stuff. And you see that with, how Sergio, if he used to hit a bad shot, he used to, my dad talks about this all the time. He used to hit the freaking club on his head. It's whenever I get mad, he used to, make a joke about, Sergio or whatever. They have both had, I wouldn't say, great success, but they both had, decent success in their sports. They're both definitely respected in their sports. And now, they both, continue to kind of strive to that, even as they're getting a little older. Franco Colapinto. For Franco Colapinto, I have decided to go with Saith. Both of them are fairly aggressive in the way that they approach their sports. I mean, you remember when Franco burst onto the scene with Williams in 2024 and how aggressive he was, which was kind of crazy. And also Saith is just an aggressive player in general. They both want to keep pushing the boundaries that were set upon them, by other people or the media or whatever it is. And they both have this star quality about them that I feel the general fan base does agree with. They do like them and stuff. Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is very much like a Nikolai Hogard, because they are both intensely focused on what they are doing, and they're both very professional about it, while also being considered very perfectionist in the way that they approach things, not only in the way that they want to keep themselves in shape, but the way that their mythologies are. But also the reason I do relate them as well is because they did kind of break out of this family mold, because Pierre did come from a racing family, and of course There's Rasmus Højgaard as well, but they both managed to create separate identities for themselves outside of like their family. Bestie on the podium, baby! Yes, I figured I would do the two Frenchmen like one after another, so it's kind of like a bang, 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 you know what I mean? Just really giving you that French for a moment. For Esteban Ocon, I've chosen Patrick Reed because they're both pretty similar. They both came onto the scene pretty young, but a lot of their success was overshadowed by controversies, like how Pierre is always known for, not Pierre, how Esteban is always known for like crashing into people, being really aggressive when driving, just not following the rules. And Patrick is known for just straight up golf rule violations, whether it's moving his ball, moving the club, things in the bunker, issues like that. And I feel like for most of their career, both of them have been overlooked by these things, which is unfortunate. Nico Hulkenberg. I don't know why it turned into me sounding French at the end of that, but I feel like Nico Hulkenberg, Russell Hindley, both very, very similar, because both of them currently I feel like are kind of the best of the rest in their sports. They're both like really good. They've had good performances. Nico had his podium last year, of course. That was amazing from like the back of the grid completely. But they've also missed big opportunities, and they've often been overlooked in that way that they overlook, like, I guess kind of in the way Esteban was overlooked, but not necessarily for the same reasons, just because there were better things happening at that time, and again, missed opportunities, but they are the best of the rest, and that does go to stand. They are pretty accurate. Love both of them. For Valterri Bottas, his name is so fun to say. I have chosen Tony Finau because both of them are genuinely just like low-key chill guys. They're drama-free, they got the dry humor, but they're also precise and technical in the way they approach things. Which is, they just like mesh together in some way. I don't even know, bro. And lastly, our lovely, the man, the myth, the legend, the diva, Alex Albon, who I have chosen Cameron Young. They're both calm, highly analytical, and pretty professional in the way they approach things. And that's why I think they mesh together. Nothing really in particular about them. And so yes, that is all 22 drivers in no particular order, but I did get kind of lazy towards the end. And those are the drivers and golfers that I think represent each other the best. Let me know if I should do more F1 drivers and more golfers. Maybe from the past or something like that. Who knows? Bye, friends.